is an exhibition inspired by the world of books and publishing, featuring the work of 7 contemporary artists: Elgato Chimney, Laramee, Guillermo Martin Bermejo, Partington, Cheri Smith, Webb, and Aron Wiesenfeld. Elgato Chimney's new paintings delve into the Japanese night parade of 100 demons, a Bosch-like world of fantastical animals unleashing pandemonium. He paints his scenes into concertina books, both as a nod to antique Asian woodcut albums, and also as a means of articulating the parade in book format, opening and expanding to reveal a riot of colourful fauna in a procession of mischief and chaos. An octopus tormented by penguins and seagulls. A fox menacing a group of badgers, frogs and monkeys. And a group of monkeys and birds making a giant snow bunny. All are delicately executed in watercolours with a colourful and chaotic exuberance. Laramee is a renowned Canadian artist whose sculptures reshape old dictionaries and encyclopedias to create magical dreamlike mountain scenes. Pages echo sedimentary layers. Sandblasted cuts into the book transform the compact objects into a giant crevasse. Guy's interventions in the book as an object, and the landscapes he creates as a result, articulate how these publications, their sense of order and their knowledge, are a kind of terraforming for the mind. In doing so, he also suggests how such knowledge is key to our imagination, and to how we give shape to our ideas about the world around us. Guillermo Martin Bermejo's drawings depict characters from literary and art history, as if they were part of the artist's own romantic story. He draws onto old book pages, as if to salvage the stories within, turning them into scenes that reflect both the original story, whilst also appearing like a scene in Guillermo's own personal narrative. The works here all reference novels by the French writer Patrick Modiano. In the Café of Lost Youth, a story about the aimless wanderings of adolescence. L'Herbe de Nuit, a tale of lost youth and uncertain memory. And La Comme Lucien, about a teenage boy in wartime France. All channel the uncertainties of youth, identity and memory. Partington's ceramic figures use imagery from the past to articulate the present. This earthenware sculpture presents a woman wielding a machete after decapitating the 16th century artist and publisher Lucas Cranach. Cranach worked with Martin Luther in the publication of early Protestant Bibles, a fact which makes his signature paintings of naked women even more jarring by our contemporary standards. In this sculpture, Claire also draws on the image of Judith beheading Holofernes, a tale of a woman violently asserting her power, famously painted by Artemisia Gentileschi, in order to wrestle power away from the male artist and publisher and assert a powerful feminine presence in art history. Cheri Smith's paintings are inspired by the eccentricity of the natural world and of how animals are classified in natural history catalogues. Her paintings depict animals almost as specimens, things to be presented and observed. Often she paints onto old book covers, where her animals become both curious specimens and also imaginative motifs, with which she interacts in fantastical scenes. A ghost-like dog being held in a composition reminiscent of a Madonna and Child. A woman surrounded by hounds in a scene that could be a section from a Bruegel market. Or a self-portrait hugging an inflatable crocodile. Cut free of their formal classification, animals become companions in an imaginary other world. Webb's sculptures look at the book as an object and present it in unexpected, humorous ways. One reworks Erasmus's Praise of Folly to create a sculpture that is also a self-portrait. Originally a text satirising superstition in the early Renaissance, Russell uses it to articulate the contradictory nature of being an artist. High ambitions channeled through the creation of essentially functionless objects. This sculpture recreates a vintage self-help manual I wish I could paint, but in marble. A third sculpture presents a mystical religious publication, but as an empty and inanimate simulacrum. All use humour to touch on the grand aspiration of books, tempered by a strong dose of pathos. Aron Wiesenfeld's paintings describe the introspective experience of reading, an imaginative space, at the same time private and expansive. One work here, Readers, depicts a figure reading in an autumnal forest, as if under diverse imaginative spells. The figure appears and reappears in myriad positions, as if a range of reading moments were captured together at once. The accompanying painting, Rain Song, sees a floating figure approach a version of itself above a forest in the rain, as if connecting with an imaginative avatar of its own self. Both capture the magic of the fictional space as articulated through stories and books.